Hello, Techalyzer here, another little fun project. I had these curtains uh, obviously installed inside the room here on the windows. Before getting to realize that I have mold on the balcony, I decided to move them outside on the balcony because they gather dust and they retain dust and a lot of cat hair. Given that I'm asthmatic, I'm also slightly allergic to cats. I don't know. I'm just beginning to cut off from antihistamines now because I want to begin taking as little pills as I can, especially me being in the need for constant treatment throughout my life for my asthma. So the thing is, I kind of felt that it was something wrong with my breathing, and I decided, even after finding the mold, I'm gonna keep these out. The way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna cut them. This one's gonna be the size of these two small windows here. By the way, these are very old, classic wooden frame windows that were originally in this apartment block when it was built, so it's not the modern ones, but it doesn't matter. We have those on the balcony and it's enough to insulate and all that. Nothing too fancy because the balcony, is gonna be one of the technical areas. Just hang it in a few screws in the window frame. And now I'm just cutting it to size to see what it looks like. By the way, we're tenants here. For those of you, especially in the US and England, this is what we can do in our home. The first thing we were told, I wanted to drill a hole through the wall to run the ground to all the sockets in the house. These buildings have something, one of the things, nasty things in common when they were built. The only socket with grounding is that one at the bathroom, for the hair dryer. Obviously, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, whenever these were built, computers and high tech like this really wasn't a thing in people's homes. You'd have a television at most, or an amplifier, an amplifying station with a pickup or something. Things that ran and are still running just fine without grounding. None of this digital thing that can get fried, from static or shocks and that are so sensitive. So if you want to be sure you're okay with the technology nowadays, you have to run the grounding wire around the house. And basically I had to drill a hole to take it from a socket that also had a grounding in the kitchen. And I think they covered basically the areas with a lot of water, like the kitchen and the bathroom, and then went around the floor, behind those floor edges there, all the way here to a socket behind there, and the computer and everything else. And of course my first reaction was to call the landlord and ask him, hey, can I do this, because kind of embarrassed because I have to drill through his walls. And he told me this. I want to tell you this because I know I've lived in England for a few months as a tenant there, and boy, that was an experience. He basically told us to not call for anything like that. We are free to basically do whatever we want. I can rip up the floor and replace it if I want to. There's at most give him a call, you know, ask about the color or style or something like that. Maybe it's something that he doesn't like. But we can do that here. We can smash the windows and buy new ones. We can bring the walls down, you know, if we could, because it's structural integrity. But you know, and that's a nice thing to have. I've heard stories, even here in our country, where you're not even allowed to like move a table or something, and that's that's bad. So here I am, and you know, even if we need to replace them, they're like they're not such a big expense anyway, and if I can do something better for my life, then let's measure this. I close my marker, flip the screen so I can see what I'm shooting here. Doesn't have to be very exact, it's on the outside of the balcony. That, I mean, it's not for show, it's to be relatively straight. Is this a 60? Let's make it a 60. If it's not a 60, it will be a 60 now. And I just go drawing dots like that. Let me see if I can do this right this time, because usually a big portion of the screen is occupied by my ass. In such cases, and I don't want to edit much of this. So. Well, it's gonna be edited anyway, but I'm not quite sure how you call it in English when you have edges of fabric like this, where you have to sew it down so it doesn't disintegrate, but I gave it a shot and it seems to be pretty sturdy. I mean, if you keep moving it, eventually it will get ruined, but I don't think I need to do anything else after I cut it if I just put it on the windows and let it there. And who knows, maybe at some point this is gonna be, I forgot about it, it's gonna be only temporary, because I want to get some blinds anyway for these two windows there. And we already discussed what we want of those vertical blinds. That those would be very awesome. I don't know. It's a temporary thing for, you know, just what I have now. But then if those don't block out the light so well, so if we put those, I might also keep these behind, you know, just put them up when I don't want the light outside to wake me up. Let's see. Not very sure this thing is straight. The floor isn't straight for sure. Relatively straight. Wait a minute, what the hell did I measure here? You know what, I'm gonna go towards that dot. Very light touch because the fabric is thin and it goes through. There's plenty of thickness on the wood, on the window frames anyway, so I can just move the screws a bit. And let's cut this. See, there's nothing to spoil here, even if it's like a bit crooked, or look at this mess, it's dusty, comes off. And it makes no sense in trying to rebuild it because it's anyway the old wood. Maybe just a little bit of paint. I'm not very sure of that either. I think, yeah, maybe a little spray paint. But now I want to see what I did here. I think this one here. Yep, and the screw. And also the same screws are used for the Christmas lights. Christmas, so they're not here just for one purpose, so that's nice. And you know, if I want to, if we want some light in, you know, for writing or reading something, or I just go ahead and do this. It's not very. Maybe I could put another screw here and just at the ends and come back like that. You know, that would be a little bit better looking. Perfect. It doesn't even look that bad. Maybe it'll just relax, you know, after a few uses. Yeah, you know, even if I stretch it like this a little bit, you know, it kind of lets down the tension. And there you go. That's my balcony curtains solution. Really nice. I'm gonna get these little artifacts here out of the way, so we don't have these wires sticking out. I guess that's what happens when you sew it down. But I guess at least for a few months, if not for a whole year, it's gonna be fine. Again, this is less for looks, it's more for the actual shading inside. But looking at it, it doesn't look that bad. Of course, this line's a bit off, but it's more about the flatness and the color than I'm about. Alright. That's all for now. I'm gonna keep you online with all the other things as well. There's the USB microphone. Not USB. It's not USB. It's just jack microphone I've been working on, and many other projects. Now I'll have the third ozone generator. I need to build the classic capacitor diode voltage multiplier, and also something like a weather station, I'm thinking, but more of towards the analog part of electronics. You know, I know there are those digital ones and all sorts of Arduinos and things. I want to do it kind of analog stuff, you know, maybe some LED indicators, LED scales, that kind of stuff, but that's in the future. For now, that's it, and thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.